everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I'm okay. I had nothing to complain about today, except that I had to wear my glasses. I wore my contact for way too long, way over 1 month, and I needed to take it out. I hate taking it out because I really just don't like my glasses. But it seems as though everybody else likes them. I get compliments all the time on them. Right now they're dirty. I was supposed to have cleaned them, but I was too busy today. So I wanted to discuss something that happened to me yesterday while I was on lunch. I go downstairs and there are refrigerators with clear doors that there's frozen food and cold food all in there, and you could purchase them. And there's drinks. And I'm sitting there yesterday thinking, I wanted to go through where the vendor was selling Mexican food, but the line was very, very long. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go over here and see what they have over here. And I'm standing there and I just could not find anything. I was standing there forever. And this weird feeling came through me. And it was kind of similar to my vertigo, but in a different direction. I was standing there looking, and it felt like I was kind of flipping and rising. And I looked around because I thought, oh crap, my first thought was, is this my vertigo? Oh my God, please don't happen now. It never happened while I've been wide awake. Only asleep is when it starts becoming active. And then it kind of stopped, and I'm looking around thinking, what was that? And then it does it again, and I swear to you, I know my body was not lifting, but it felt like a part of me on the inside was coming out. That's the only way I know how to explain it. I've never felt that feeling before in my life, and I'm like so confused, and all I could do was just stand there, and a third time happened. And so I'm like, I hope nobody's looking at me, because I'm just standing in one spot, looking at one spot. And so I'm kind of looking around, especially because I think it might be my vertigo, because I do know when you turn your head, it gets worse, in which it didn't. I'm just sitting there or standing there thinking, is there going to be a fourth? And no fourth incident came, but I felt funny. I felt like spacey, kind of like I was floating in a way, which was weird to me. And also, people are looking different to me. I was even looking at my manager today, and he even sounded different. And I said, you look different today. And he goes, do I? I'm like, yeah. And I said, I can't pinpoint it, but you look different today. And he's like, I don't know, guys, they don't care. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay. And I haven't told Lanita yet. I'm sure she may watch this video and she'll know. I'll probably forget to tell her. But today I was looking at her and she looked different. But I don't know in which way. Because I'm looking at these people thinking, you look different, but I don't know what it is. And I really don't. I've been confused all day. I have heard that when Earth goes from new Earth to old Earth, that things will transfer. The people who are not highly evolved stays on the old Earth, and the rest progresses to the new Earth. So I was thinking last night, am I seeing these people in a different vibration? We all are different vibrations, but is it now that I think I see it, if that makes sense? Because I see and smell and hear so many other things. I wonder if this is something new for me to see. I'm not sure. I was also today listening to Super Soldier, people talking on Super Soldier, and I don't know which episode it was because I listened to it and I was kind of like, what? Toward the end, I think I had to go to lunch. I think that's what happened. But this guy, I don't know if he was a super soldier, oh my gosh, or if he was just a medium, because he said also he was a medium. I cannot remember. But he's sitting there saying things that he goes through, that I go through. And here I was thinking, Well, shit, there's somebody else. He's talking about his room filling with shapes, which mine does, a film of shapes. He talks about lifting up through his ceiling, although I feel like I come off the bed, but I'm not awake long enough to know what part of me is lifting. But he says he goes through portals through his roof. Well, I do know that my star family puts a portal wherever I go, and they put it there so they could come and go. I don't think they necessarily need one, but I feel that it's easier for them to get to me is with a portal. I do not think that all my star family are in soul form. I feel that they are in a body. That's why they need a portal, because they're not on the soul level. Although they have a soul, but you know where I'm going. So I can't remember what else he was saying. Oh, he said he smells. The portals even had a smell. I was just told something. Every time I came and left from my apartment, there was a certain smell. And I would think, oh, they've been here while I've been gone. But I'm in there all day. When you're in a stinky area or a smell good area for a certain length of time, you grow accustomed to the smell, so you no longer smell it. But once you leave the room and come back, you can smell it again. Well, that happens. So I don't know if the smell of my apartment stayed smelling that way. And so when I came back, I'm like, oh, they were here. But he said the portals had a smell. And I cannot remember what he said they smelled like. Dang it, I wish I knew. But I'm sitting there thinking, well, he smells entities like I do. Oh, speaking of that, I have not had a bad entity that I know of come around me, because as I mentioned in my other videos, the bad ETs will come to me and they smell like dirty, rotten body odor, kind of filled with the best way for me to explain it is old stinky wax. Why I throw wax in there, I don't know. But back on track. I always veer off. What else did he say? He said a lot of ETs come to him and they do things. And I'm like, wow, okay, so we have that in common too. And then he said, when he saw the geometric shapes, he would sit up or stand up in them. And he said, and when he went into them, there were entities in them, ETs in the film. And so I'm like, is that what I need to do instead of touching them, is to sit up in bed or walk into them? Because he said there was a reptilian in one, and he was looking at the reptilian, and the reptilian was looking at him, and the reptilian picks him up, and he said it was like what you would do to an animal. You pick him up, flip him over and look and see what sex they are, you know, and you just look at them. And he said, and then he put him down. And he was nice, and the guy asked him a question, and I can't remember what he said, but the answer was so wise and matter of fact. It was like, well, if you thought that or something, then why are you here? Something like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh. Not all reptilians are bad. Just saying that. And I will say that the predator alien does exist, and not all are bad. And the predator, now I'm talking about in the movies, and the predator alien he exists, and not all of them are bad. And I can tell you that I've seen both. They were working on my Achilles tendon at one point. The alien was doing the work, while the predator was kind of watching TV, which I thought was funny. I did think that the predator one was my guide, the Arcturian, but I'm just not 100% sure. And I say that because when they left my room, there was a device on the predator looking guy, his shoulder, just like in the movie. Because when he turned, I saw the lens flash and the TV light reflected, and then it goes up, just like it does in the Predator. And then both of them went through my ceiling. So I don't know if it was my Arcturian And he was equipped, because being who I am, I guess I have to be highly protected. I would assume that some ETs that come to me have to protect themselves also. I hate sitting here thinking or saying, oh, hey, I'm this big person. I am this so important starseed, and I am highly protected, and anybody comes see me, they're highly protected too. That's so not what I get at, because I'm still in denial of being who I am. I don't feel like I'm important at all. Never, not once in my life have I ever felt that I was important. And I got sun in my face. So here we go. So I'm not one to say that, because I was raised unimportant. I was told that I was not important. I was told that I am not to speak until I'm spoken to. Literally, they would say that to me. So growing up and all kinds of abuse, it's gone. I've never felt important. And it's not in me to sit there and say that now. Even if I knew I was important, I would not brag about it. I would not boast about it. I would say what I think is going on because of who I am, but that's it. I've been told by a handful of mediums that my soul is very highly evolved. Although I don't think it is, because I sit here and think on a, well, not daily basis. I did before, think about it every day. How can I, this person that went through all of this abuse on all levels, how can that person, me, be that important? I don't understand. I still don't understand. And I question it. Every time I think about it, I'm like, prove to me how important I am. I don't know. I've also had a handful of people say that my light goes off of Earth and it expands through the galaxy, the universe, or both. I can't remember. But people see me. Not people, well, souls. All souls see me, and all souls see me. And I'm I hate saying all this about myself. I really do. If you only knew me, you'd understand that is very difficult for me to say. It is so difficult. I also have a good, I don't even know if you want to call it good. I have one that I know of, good, what would you call it? Weapon, which is my voice. And for me to explain, I'll do it quickly because I've said it in a lot of videos, that I do this scream thing that hurts people. And I was thinking about the other day that when I was explaining it on my video, that when I scream, my face changes and my head changes. My hair goes out everywhere and it's flowing, kind of slow, but it's flowing. And my face turns so bony. I mean, my cheekbones are so prominent as it is. But when I got my jaw open that big, it's like this bone protrudes, this bone protrudes. And I want to say these up here shift. And my mouth is wide open. I look pissed off and just, you know, and I want to really hurt somebody. If you would have walked in the room and seen me, you would not have thought, well, that's Elora. You'd have been, who the hell is that? Even though I seen me, or I was in my body at that place doing that, I still was seeing myself as another body looking at me like a third person. Because I remember looking at me thinking, oh shit. And then I kind of like went back in my body, and I was really focused on what I was doing, and I had my hands out guiding what was coming out of my mouth and guiding like those vibrations to the right people. I don't want to sit here and say I'm that important, because I know there's other star seeds out there, other light workers who've got powerful gifts too. I'm just one of the warriors that I know of that I can say for sure has this gift. Because I can look at other people and other starseeds and wonder, I wonder what gifts they have. Some, I can tell them. Others, I'm like guessing. But something tells me on the ones that I can't identify are the ones that are under the radar. They don't even know they're a starseed. There are starseeds that choose not to even know what they are. They're just out there walking around Earth and spreading their love and light and healing people as they walk by and raising the vibrations, and they don't even know what they're doing. They're probably like me, thinking I'm a piece of crap just here on this crappy world. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I can sit here and see people's past life. I see my past lives. I can tell that some of my family was incarnated with me in certain timelines. I don't think that we are in soul groups, of course, but I think we're in rotation. And let me explain. We reincarnate in our soul group. I'm not going to incarnate in this soul group over here where Elvis Presley is, or where Michael Jackson is, or this other celebrity, or this very important person. I stay in a rotation with my soul family, and that's it. If you get looped out of it, in which something told me just now you can get looped out of it, I don't know how that works. Back on track again. The reason why I know I was thinking it. I don't think that everybody in the soul group is actually incarnated at the same time, not like same day, same life. And I'll just say, me and my kid's dad, we are always incarnated together. But sometimes he's going to not incarnate with me on a certain lifetime, and then I'm going to die, and then he'll come in. But he's still in my soul group. I hope that makes sense. Zeke, my soulmate, is not incarnated with me at this very moment. But I say often in my head, don't go anywhere because I want to be incarnated with you in my next lifetime. And I don't want it to be here. I want it to be in another world. And I don't know if that was my soul communicating with him, but that has came out in my mind a few times. But everybody in our soul group is not always incarnated in the same lifetime. And I'll just say this also. My 4 kids are with me in this lifetime, and their dad, and my ex-husbands, yes, one too many, that next time I incarnate, I might just have 2 members of my children that are in this lifetime reincarnate in that lifetime, and might be my brother or sister. But the other 2 will decide, I'm not going to incarnate in this lifetime. But when they cross over, then I will incarnate, and then I will give birth to them as my children. I hope all that made sense, because I think that was all channeled, because that came out smoothly. I hope all that made sense. I do feel like a lot of that information was channeled through me to you, because it's very hard to me to explain specific things with words and describing. And when things happen smoothly for me, it's being channeled through. And sometimes I don't even know it until after I'm done talking. Sometimes I know because what I said was full of wisdom. I'm like, wait, I wouldn't say that. That was not me. So yeah, I thought I would get on here and do a video, and that came out. So I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, more than you will ever know. And I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.